everyone, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Very good morning. So in the last class, we are looking into the goods receipt process, right? So first, we have seen the normal goods receipt process. When we provide a purchase order to the supplier, then supplier will send us the material and we will be receiving the material. Okay. So now let's say this is your store. Let's say this is your supplier. So let's say this is your store and this is your supplier. Store means this is under your plant. We can say that. So this is under your, so let's say this is under your plant. Okay. So now basically this is the process. When you send a purchase order to the supplier will send you the material and you have to receive in the plant or storage location. Okay. So in that case, what will happen when you receive the material in the storage location with respect to the movement type 101, you have to pay for the material. Okay, you receive the material, so you have to pay for the material. Now let's say in one condition you think that okay, I don't have to pay to the vendor until unless I check the material and the material is fine and I am able to use that material. Okay, in some of the conditions what will happen, let's say vendor is sending you a material but some materials are damaged or some materials are not up to the quality mark and something. So in that case, what you say okay, let the supplier send me the material, I will receive the material. Okay, but immediately I will not pay the material price, or still the material will not be our valuated stock. Means I am receiving the material but I will not pay to the vendor immediately. I have to do a quality check. After a quality check, if I find that the material is fine, then I can pay the vendor. Okay. Let's say here in between there is a place. Okay. We can say this quality inspection. So in this case, what will happen? Now let's say I'm receiving from the supplier to here. And here if I find that okay, this material is fine, then I will send this to my store. Okay, able to understand this concept?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So let us see in this in a system. Okay, now let's say I'll create a purchase order. Say any material I'm giving. Just give me 1 minute, I'm coming back. Okay, so the purchase order has been created. Let's go to the Migo. So here we can select the goods receipt. Here we can select the purchase order. So this is our purchase order we have created. So directly if you receive it with 101 moment type, it will be a direct like you have to receive the material directly and you have to pay to the vendor immediately. Okay, let's say if you are receiving the material with 101, let's say you think that okay, the material is fine, I can receive it and I can directly use it, so you can receive it with respect to 101. Okay, so in that case, you can check here the material number is 1287. Let's say plant is T11. Okay, so let's see the stock. So now here you can see this is the material that is available. Okay, so here in T001 you can see 14 material is there, and in WMS1 warehouse there is 60 material is there, and in vendor consignment there is 9 material is there. Okay, so now let's say if we are receiving with respect to 101, now just hit enter. What was the 1722? Okay, so sometime this happens due to network issue, due to database error. No problem. Let's do one thing. Let's find out whatever purchase orders are there. Okay, this is a report for purchase order ME2N. Here you can see whatever purchase orders are there where it is not delivered. Okay, so we are still expecting the delivery, so you can check this one. Okay, so let's say we will be taking this purchase order number. Okay, just wait, we'll take some of the latest one document. Okay, so this is the purchase order number and this is the material 200000010. Okay, we'll check this material status. So now here you can see there are 10,800 material for raw material and 320 material are there in the semi-finished material storage location. Okay, so now let's say we will be doing the goods received for this one. Let's say we will be doing 101. So now let's say here in the quantity tab, we are adding 10 quantities. Okay, we will add 10 quantities. Check item. Okay, click on check. 311. Okay, so now let's check. Okay, so we are receiving it in the raw material storage locations. So now let's post this one. So basically this 50 is not there for 2024. Okay, so we will go to edit, go to insert interval, insert year, so 2024. Now let's say this document has been posted. We have posted 10 materials. Okay, now here you can see we have received under T001. Okay, so here you can see 10,980 materials are there. Now if you refresh this one, now here you can see 10,990 quantity is showing in unrestricted stock, right? So now let's say here we will be doing with the same purchase order. Now we will receive it with 103. If we enter this one, now you can see GR into block stock. Okay, now here we can say this 990 quantity. Okay, let's say we will enter a 20 quantity. Now here you can see in the before transaction, in the where tab, it was asking the storage location, but now it is not asking for the storage location. Okay, so now if I save this one, let's say the document has been posted. Okay, I have received 20 quantities, but if I go to the stock overview and refresh this one, you can see no material has been received here. Okay, if I check in the GR block stock, here I can see 20 quantities are there. Okay, able to understand? Hello.
Always restricted stock and
I'm telling you this. Wait, wait for a minute. So able to understand the scenario. So if I receive under 103, it will not show me under the unrestricted use. It will show me under the GR block stock. Okay. So now just hold on 1 minute. I'll tell you what is the difference. Okay. So now let's say if I go to 105. Now here if you enter, so GR from block stock. So you are receiving the material from the block stock. Okay, so now if I enter the same thing over here, let's say here it is asking me for storage location quantity, let's say 20. I'll evaluate this one, click on item. Okay, click on check. Now click on post. So now my document is posted. Now if I go here and just refresh this one, now you can see quantity is showing 11,010 quantities, and here you can see GR blocked quantity is not there. Okay, so now let's understand what is a GR blocked quantity, what is the unrestricted use. So basically when you receive some of the product and it is ready to use, that is called a unrestricted use. Okay, the material is not restricted for anything, directly you can consume it. Okay, next one is quality inspection. What is a quality inspection? So let's say you have received a material, directly you cannot use it, you have to do a quality inspection. Then if the items are fine or materials are fine, then you can use it. Okay, then there is a reserve stock is there. So when you reserve some of the material, so reservation and all we will be going one by one. Okay, so let's say for the future date, let's say after 15 days you think that there is a let's say you say after 15 days there is a production needs to happen. Okay, there is a production order is there, I need a material for that one, so I can reserve some of the material for that purchase order. Okay, that is a reserve stock. If you are reserving something, it will be mentioned on the reservation. Similarly, on the receipt reservation means if you are receiving something under the reservation stock, it will show you over here. This is on order stock. If you are ordering something, let's say purchase order is open, means you have not received the goods for the purchase order, then it will show you under on order stock. While you are ordering, while you are creating a purchase order, it will show under here. Once you are receiving that stock, that will move to some other stocks. Okay, next one is consignment order. If you are ordering something consignment, some consignment stocks, it will show over here. This is stock in transit for plant. Let's say there is a stock transfer process is there. you are transferring the material from one plant to another, and you have not received it under the next plant in the receiving plant, then it will show you over here. Same thing for transfer for storage location to storage location. If you are moving something from one storage location to another storage location and you have not received it in the receiving storage location, it will show you over here. GR block stock, right now we have seen if you are receiving something directly to the block stock, so that is called a GR block stock. Now anything scheduled for delivery, that will be showing over here. If you are returning something, it will be showing over here. If you are blocking some stocks, that will be showing over here. Okay, so normally if we say majorly there are, one is a quality inspection stock and one is a unrestricted use stock. So these are three types of stocks are there. So now what is the requirement of this 103 moment type? Okay, so sometime what will happen, let's say on a regular basis you find that your supplier is sending a material but that are not up to the mark. Okay, let's say that are not up to the mark, or they are not sending the material on let's say quality basis, or let's say the materials are getting damaged. So in that case you think that okay, I don't have to pay the vendor immediately. Okay, because in 101 moment type, if you are selecting it 101 moment type, then immediately you have to do the payment because you are receiving the material into your warehouse. Your material is showing under your stock, that is your valuated stock, so you have to pay for that one. Okay, now if I receive that material directly to the GR block stock, so what will happen, the material I have received, but still it is means quantity I have received, but the value is still with the supplier. Okay, so I don't have to pay immediately. I will be doing the quality inspection. If I find that okay, the material is okay, I can move it to the store and I can pay for it. Okay, if it is not up to the mark, quality inspection is not up to the mark, let's say we have received 100 quantity, 80 quantities are fine, 20 quantities are not fine, so directly we can move this back to the supplier from here itself. Okay, from the 103 receiving, we can send it back to the supplier saying that okay, this material is not fine, we are returning it, and we can receive the 80 quantities. Okay, the scenarios we will be looking into one by one in the coming classes. Okay, this is basically one concept of goods receiving process. Okay, able to understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so there are multiple scenarios are there as we have seen here. So we have to see all of these stocks, how this has been ordered and how this will be received and all. We will be looking into one by one. Okay, so
Okay, sir.
any question, any doubt for today's topic?
No, sir.
Okay, one more thing you have to check while you are practicing. Okay, one more thing you have to check. So here, so okay, this one the document. Okay, so now here you can go to this document. Let's say we'll go to display. Okay, so now you can go to this document, hit on enter. Okay, now you can go to the document information, you can go to FI document. You can see no subsequent documents are found because we have not received the material into our valuation area. So that's why there is no FI documents are there. If I go to 1 2, if I click on FI document, here I'll be able to find the FI document. Okay, accounting document is there because I have received this from the block stock to my own stock. So I am receiving this product as a valuated stock. So that's why it is showing under, means the accounting document is generating. Okay, this is one more difference. So you have to check. Okay, while you are practicing, you have to check for which document the accounting documents are generating, for which documents the documents are not getting generated. So you have to check. Okay, and this is also a part of your interview questions. So they might be asking you what is the difference between GR block stock and block stock, what is the difference between 101 moment type and 103 moment type. So you can say for 101 moment type, the the accounting document will be generated. For 103 moment type, the accounting document will not be generated because the stock is still the vendor valuated stock is there, because we are receiving it into the GR block stock. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
It's okay, sir.
So okay. So that's it for today. We'll connect again on tomorrow. So bye everyone.
Okay, sir. Bye. Thank you.